Good day, St. Maarten. I'm Yesenia Lassero.
And I'm also Lawrence.
And welcome back to another edition of St. Maarten News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
Where we bring the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
Let's get over the hump on Hump Day. But before that, let's check out these top headlines. Law enforcement remain active across St. Maarten this week, with both the arrest of a foreign national at the Princess Juliana International Airport and the promotion of several officers within the police force of St. Maarten. On Sunday, November 9th, members of the Alpha Team station at Princess Juliana arrested a 58-year-old woman identified by initials RMN, who was born in Cameroon. The suspect was found carrying and using a falsified Guatemalan passport to enter the island. She was taken into custody and remains detained as investigations continue. The joint efforts of the Immigration and Border Protection Services and the Alpha Team continue to target cases involving fraudulent travel documents, helping to strengthen St. Maarten's border integrity and protect travelers. Meanwhile, KPSM hosted a promotion ceremony for members of BPO Class 5 at the Phillipsburg Police Station on Friday, November 7th. The event was attended by Minister of Justice, the Honorable Natalie Tacklin, Chief of Police Carl John, and relatives of the officers. Minister Tacklin congratulated the new promoted officers, noting that while the process took time, their patience and dedication exemplified the spirit of service. Chief John echoed her remarks, urging officers to continue serving the community with professionalism and respect. Several officers were also recognized for completing the basic intelligence training, a step toward enhancing KPSM's operational and intelligence capabilities. The police force extended appreciation to all officers, their families, and the wider community for their continued support. Court staff trained for digital access to Supreme Court Cassation Portal. Beginning December 1st, lawyers and designated prosecutors in the Caribbean part of the kingdom will be able to litigate digitally before the Supreme Court of the Netherlands through a secure online portal. Front office staff of the Common Court have been trained to guide applicants through the process of obtaining the new digital login tool required for access. Information sessions were held earlier this month in Aruba and Curaçao, with St. Maarten and Bonaire staff participating online. In criminal cases, only lawyers and the Public Prosecution Service can access the portal, while in tax cases, individuals may choose to file digitally. Legal entities, government bodies, and professionals are required to do so. The new system aims to provide safe, efficient, and accessible digital access to the Supreme Court's Cassation Portal for users across the Caribbean. Government reaffirms commitment to constructive dialogue with WICSU-PSU and emergency services. The government of St. Maarten reaffirmed its commitment to transparent dialogue with the Windward Islands Civil Service Union and the private sector union known as WICSU-PSU regarding ongoing matters within the Fire and Ambulance Department. Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Luc Mercelina submitted a detailed letter to Parliament on Friday, November 7th, outlining the timeline of meetings, correspondence, and agreements reached within the union. The correspondence followed public remarks made earlier that day by WICSU-PSU representatives and members of Parliament from the National Alliance and United People's Party. Dr. Mercelina clarified that both parties had agreed to begin negotiations on a draft covenant addressing long-standing issues. However, the process was briefly delayed when the union presented 3 written requests during the first meeting on September 26. The government later confirmed in letters dated October 24th and November 5th that it agreed to the union's request. The government has remained open, respectful, and consistent in its engagement, said Dr. Luc Mercelina. Our goal is to find solutions through constructive dialogue. He emphasized the administration's continued efforts to resolve labor concerns responsibly and strengthen the fire and ambulance department for the benefit of public safety. After the break, let's take a look at some notable stories from the St. Maarten Day celebrations. But right after the Sunshine Report.
Going to the Jam, and on November 29th, it's all about the LMAO comedy show. And guess who's going to be in the building? It's boring. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite grandmother, and I'll be in the building at the Elbow Comedy Show. You see that? It's not even Elmo. It's not LMAO. The message is Elmo. What is the LMAO? Laugh Mike, what it stands for? I can't say it, you're right. Because you're not sure. Yes, guys, come with your belly empty because Passion Cuisine gonna have good food. They're gonna have good music and entertainment, and you know we're gonna have good laughter with all the comedians that are gonna be there. We're talking about Trinidad, we have Haiti, we have Sint Maarten, and Dominica. All the better come for the flag. Make sure all you come and represent. Make some noise in the place like it's Creole Festival Part 2, but just with laughter. You see? Guys, all you have to do is to grant is not that I just some of them he was missing that he was missing a substance. That's how people will come to the show now. See you guys in the building on November 29th. LMAO Comedy Show.
They want to give you big foot. Whoa, yeah. Big foot. They want to give you big foot. What's that? Big foot. They want to give you big foot. Big foot. They want to give you big foot. What do they rebuke them? In the name of Jesus. What do they rebuke them?
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Maarten by St. Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into the forecast and see how the skies are treating us. The Met Department of St. Maarten is keeping a sharp eye on the Atlantic, ready to update you with the latest. So don't forget to follow NEWSDESK on Facebook for your daily Sunshine Report. So as you enjoy your week, stay safe, stay friendly, Sunshine City.
Princess Juliana celebrates St. Martin's Day with culture, community, and Johnny Cakes. Princess Juliana International Airport Operating Company proudly joined the island-wide celebration of St. Martin's Day, marking the 66th anniversary of unity and cultural pride with festivities for both passengers and employees. The morning began with Princess Juliana's first ever participation in the Around the Island Relay Race, a community favorite that brought together staff members in a show of teamwork and island spirit. Back at the terminal, travelers and employees were greeted with freshly made Johnny cakes and the melodic sounds of steel pan music. Ladies in traditional attire welcomed arriving passengers, turning the airport into a lively reflection of St. Martin's culture and warmth. The day's activities were coordinated by Devon Skeet from the commercial department, with the corporate communications team ensuring a festive atmosphere throughout. It's always our pleasure to engage our guests and employees through meaningful cultural expressions, the corporate communications department stated. As the gateway to our island, Princess Juliana takes pride in sharing the traditions that define St. Martin, the friendly island. The celebration highlighted the airport's ongoing commitment to community engagement and cultural preservation, honoring the island spirit of togetherness. United Voices for One Island. Ministers share reflections for St. Martin Day 2025. As the island marked its 66th St. Martin Day, members of the government of St. Martin joined in celebration, sharing messages that honored unity, resilience, and shared purpose across the entire island. Minister of Justice, the Honorable Natalie Tacklin, reminded citizens that the day represents more than a holiday. It is a call to unity and compassion. Quote, "Our strength has always come from standing together as one people," she said. May this day remind us that our greatest power lies in how we care for each other and continue to build a nation rooted in justice, compassion, and opportunity. Honorable Minister of Finance Marinka Gumps urged that unity be transformed into action. This St. Martin Day, we must elevate unity beyond symbolism, she said. True cooperation between both sides of the island can bring fiscal efficiency, reduce duplication, and strengthen our resilience. Our destiny is one. Let's make our unity work for shared prosperity. Honorable Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, Rishina Brook, highlighted the people's enduring strength. Over 66 years, our story has been one of perseverance and pride, he stated. From rebuilding after storms to advancing healthcare and social justice, our people remain the heart of our nation's progress. Together, we rise. Honorable Minister of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport, and Telecommunication, Grisha Martin, reflected on the year's theme, Sankofa, meaning looking back and learning from the past to be able to judge the future. By honoring our roots, we continue to build a brighter, more connected future for our island, she said. May we always move forward together, guided by the wisdom of our ancestors. Minister of Public Housing, Spatial Planning, Environment, and Infrastructure, Honorable Patrice Gumps, captured the island's shared identity. The monument at our border is not a line that divides us, but a bridge that connects us, he said. Our differences don't separate us. They're the threads that weave together the unique tapestry of St. Martin. Together, their messages echoed one timeless truth. While the island may be two nations, its heart beats as one. And here's a clip of the speech of the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Luc Mersolina in the festivities in the Festival Village. Hundreds celebrate unity and culture at St. Martin Day 2025 in the Netherlands. Hundreds of St. Martiners and friends of the island came together on Saturday, November 8th, for a vibrant St. Martin Day celebration at the Broodfabriek in Rijswijk. Hosted by the Cabinet of the Minister Plenipotentiary and Small Island Unity, SIU, the event carried the theme Sankofa, learning from the past to build for the future. It featured steel pan music, cultural dances, a brass band, and performances by Ebony Empress, Big Mac, and DJ Bean, all celebrating the island's heritage and unity. Dr. Anders Gracita Arundel, Honorable Minister Plenipotentiary of St. Martin, reflected on the day's significance, emphasizing unity within the diaspora. Our diaspora is not a distant community, but an untapped asset full of talent, innovation, and belonging that St. Martin needs now more than ever, she said. Minister Arundel also highlighted new initiatives such as the Sint Maarten Diaspora Database and youth programs, including the Carry Air internship designed to strengthen connections between St. Martiners at home and abroad. The celebration, filled with island cuisine, art, and music, was praised by attendees as one of the most spirited cultural gatherings to date, a joyful reflection of the motto, one island, one people, one heart. Next, the team at Great Bay Media has put together some colorful highlights from the St. Maarten Day Cultural Parade. You won't want to miss it. Right after this break.
Hi, I am Karim Tulen, co-founder of Carib Assist Pro. Our goal is to help busy professionals, elderly, housewives, local, tourists, practically anybody that needs assistance in the day-to-day chores.
We have different services like groceries, do your shopping, and also run your errands. We can provide transportation services for all members of the family, whether it's you on commute or getting the kids to school. House activities and house services that include pet sitting. All of these let us take off your hands and let us make those reservations so you don't have to stress about having a good time.
So you can have less stress and more free time. Through our discretion, we make an impression.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link? Sharing oil everywhere.
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link.
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Well, yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app though. All you gotta do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big butt.
It's not an app, though.
It's not a app.
What the It's not a app.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
Baila, 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 baila. Sint Maarten.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 o'clock on TV 15 and then across our social media platforms. I'm Austin Lawrence.
And I'm Jessica Nalasa, wishing you an amazing weekday. See you tomorrow.
Stay friendly, Sint Maarten.